Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Credit Union Place here in Summerside, PEI. Our U13AAA Fury going to take on the Pownal Devils. Pownal comes into the game this afternoon with first place in the PEI division, and I believe they would have the best overall record in the NBPEI League as well. So, Fury are going to be in tough here. This will go one of two ways. We've had two great games with the Pownal, but what I've seen of them this weekend, they've been in a couple of barn burners. Fredericton beat them earlier today, 2-1. They've also blown the doors off a couple of teams as well. I think the key to life here is to try to get some traffic in front of their goalie, get some shots on net. And you have to, as you'll see here, Pownal likes to fire out at the front line. So have to be careful we don't get away out in front of us here and behind our D. The Ferrand line is going to take off here for us. Bought off a hat trick this morning on her mom's birthday, or belated birthday, and on the other side. Face off one draw. Her reach, like come over the center of the ice. That's Keogh for them into the blue line, into our zone. Keogh still with it down in the corner. Players out in front. She tries to wrap around Perot with two saves, and then covers up. We've seen here in PEI and the four PEI teams certainly play right to the whistle. That was covered, no whistle, so they're going to keep jamming at it until they do hear the whistle. If we did that at home, we'd spend a lot more time in the penalty box than we already do. Face-off won by Ferrand. That's Knight. She sends it up the wall. Nelson's there. A battle on the wall. Nelson doing a nice job for the Fury. Puck gets squirted out. Scott gets it to Elise Bourgeois. Bourgeois has Ferrand with her. Sends it to her. Oh, just off of her skates. Ferrand's then held up. Put the corner into the boards. More accurately. Puck held in there by Emily Bernard. Now Chloe McLaughlin's going to battle in front of the bench, I should say. McLaughlin's got Ferrand and Bourgeois with her. Ferrand the forecheck. Pownal D cops it up to McLaughlin. Ferrand with it now. She sends it down the corner. She goes. Pownal D swing behind their own net. They're going to work it up the left-hand side. That gets to number 4 for them, but brought up there by Anna Lacasse. Lacasse and McLaughlin on the boards. Kavanaugh's going to come over to help. Pownal goes rink wide. Around Emily Bernard. She puts that up. Anna Lacasse grabs the puck now. Here comes Lacasse. Lacasse sends it up the wall to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's got a little bit of time, not a lot. She gets forced back down in the corner. Puck's in front. Bernard grabs that puck. Out of the reach of Kavanaugh. Now Harriman's going to grab it. She's going to shoot that all the way down the ice. That's probably going to be icing, would be my hunch. And it is. So, minute and 44 gone here. 0-0. Pownal Red Devils and the U13 Triple Fury. Face off will come back to Eloise Pro. Alexis Pergona is going to step out here for the face-off. Walsh and Bork. Knight now in the corner for the Fury. She's up the wall, kept there by the two players to battle side. Sarah Walsh was there. Behind the Fury zone, Atkinson's going to gather that up for the Fury. She sends it up the wall towards Bork, held in there by Alain for Pownal. 3 Pownal players there. They fire the puck down low, goes off a shin pad, kicks towards the front of the net. Sophie Knight's there for the Fury. She sends it to the blue line, not out. Now Walsh is going to break that here. She's able to get the puck out of the zone. On the neutral zone by Pownal. Puck comes all the way down the ice. Bork's in there to forecheck. Bork now. She puts some pressure on the Pownal D. Pownal D is going to swing behind the net. She fires it right up the middle off the back of the skates of her teammate. Landry with it now. Landry for the Fury. She's under some pressure. Takes her time. Looking for an outlet. Just ahead of Lara Walsh. That goes back to the Pownal D. They're going to send it back down in the corner. Landry's back for it again. Landry behind the net. She goes off the wall to Nelson. Nelson's got a lot of time and space. She's got Bourgeois with her. She finds her. Bourgeois catch that pass. Squirts down. And Pownal now. They send that up the wall. Here comes Ferrand. Ferrand grabs the puck. She's got a head of speed. That's picked off by the Pownal defender, who sends it up the wall, but it gets caught up there by Elise Bourgeois. Ferrand now. She's on the back check. 3-on-1 for Pownal. Oh, one of the players peels off. Nice back check there by Kate Nelson and Alexa Ferrana. Picked that puck up. Ferrana's got it now. She sends it to Bourgeois again, broken up by Pownal. Fury in the change. Managed to recover. Pownal gets the face-off. Will come back into the Fury zone. To the right of Eloise Pro. 11:26 to go, first period. Pretty good start here by the Fury. Pretty good back and forth. No one with any glorious scoring chances yet. But so far, two pretty well-balanced teams. Face-off won by Pownal. Pownal player McCullum steps to the front of that. That squirts away from her, and the Fury able to clear that down the ice. It's going to be icing, though. And it is. Again. This time to the left of Eloise Perot. The girls had a little break in between games. They had a great team left, 5-11 here in the arena. Food was great. This was and they had time to get a good warm-up in, and hopefully we can finish strong in our fourth game in 2 days here in PEI. Some of it now. She sends it up all towards and I broke by the player. And recovers. Player and Lacasse put pressure on her. Puck hits the blue line. Shot from the blue line. Steered in the corner by Eloise Perot. Atkinson gets there. She sends it up the wall. That's held in by Donald D, who was pinched. Skates in front of that. Shoots. That's off a shot wide. Atkinson fans on it. Comes Lacasse. Lacasse with it for the Fury. She's got a bit of time and space. She works it up the wall. Broken up there by Murphy. Now Atkinson got it. She's going to drink out of her reach. No icing. Harriman's in. Sends it up the wall. Just past Chloe McLaughlin. Pownal comes the other way. 3 on. Pass just eludes there, right winger. Down in the corner. Knight with it now. Knight sends it up the wall to Lara Walsh. Walsh now. She has Harriman in the middle. Sends it. Gets it to her. Harriman. Here she goes. She's got a break. She has some time. Harriman's away. She's in. She is caught up there by the back checker, Joyce. Nice job by the Pownal team. The end of a long shift. Not much gas in the tank there on that break. Pownal comes out of the zone. Drona steps over the boards. She grabs the puck. She's going to come back the other way. She's got a head of steam. Here goes Alexis. The net. Poke check nicely by the goalie. Squirts behind her. Pownal player sends it on the ice. It appears that that will be not icing. Now that is icing, but in the event, he's got a lot of time as Pownal went for a change. Puck was up the middle to Padronas. Padronas sends it up the middle. Ev Bork's in pursuit. Bork on the Pownal D, and she's going to take 2 for hooking. A little too aggressive on the forecheck, and Ev Bork is going to grab a seat for 2 or less. 9:27 to go, first period. So all 4 games this weekend count in our league. So the Fury were able to pick up 2 of a possible 4 points here. Sorry, 2 of a possible 6 points in their first 3 games. It'd be nice to pick up 2 more here. Finish with 4 of 8. Puck's in front. Pownal player moves it down low, just out of the reach of her teammate. To the side of the Fury net. Walsh is there along with Bernard. Pownal player comes with it. There's a few options in front. Fire there. Steer to Pro and all the way to the zone. Check. Pownal player spins away from her. Here they come again. Broken up nicely by Emily Bernard at the blue line. Bernard back for 1 minute 30 seconds to go on the Pownal power play. Bernard. She gets it to the wall. Here comes Alexis Smith. Puck sends it all and they go change. Pownal player has a lot of time and space to corral that puck, but it squirts away on her. Forecheck. Pownal sends it down the ice, recovered by Atkinson. Atkinson's going to kill a bit of time before she sends it zone. She sends Bourgeois. Elise Bourgeois. 1 minute left. Bourgeois. Yes. Oh! Beat the goalie and was hooked from behind a little bit. Couldn't quite finish. Nice job by Elise. All the way down the ice. That's 46 seconds to go here in this penalty kill for the Fury. Bourgeois into the forecheck. Puck the wall. Gets it to Knight. Knight sends it nicely cross ice, but blocked up there by the Pownal forward. Here comes Pownal. 4 players in the rush. 4 Fury back. Pownal player spins away. Gets it back to the blue line. Works it back down the wall. Pownal player attempts to get that up to the blue line. Now they're going to shoot. Blocked in front by Landry. Nice job by Ev Landry to block that shot. 13 seconds here in the power play for Pownal. Shot up front, blocked by Bourgeois. Next one, Sophie Knight's there. 2 Pownal players in front of the net. Left 2 players alone, and they made no mistakes. So true to form. A chance to score goals, and they will. 1-0 for them. 7:30 to go. Fury had done a real nice job on that penalty until then. They just left themselves in an odd man position in front of the net, and they made a nice play to the back door and banged it in the net. Much hope there for Eloise on a 2-on-1 down low and basically in the crease. So, Fury have a bit of a hill to climb here now. Coach Nelson's calling the officials over. Officials waiting for Coach Nelson, no doubt, rule book to this young official and explaining that the rule book was written years and years before she was born, and potentially he might know it better than she does at this stage. But asking the question, looks like a game of charades as the referee is not sure what hooking looks like to her. Coach Nelson saying what he thinks hooking looks like. It is like a game of charades back and forth, none of which is going to change anything here. Coach Nelson moving his hands like he's doing 6-7 times, ref. Our players have been hooked. 6-7, 6-7. That's what I'm seeing from here. Referee has enough of the 6-7 charade game, and the Harriman line will step out for the face-off. Draw one by Paul. That goes back to Emily Bernard. Bernard now. She spins away from the pressure. Into the corner. The battle ensues. Harriman's there to help. Harriman's there to help. Puck squirts in behind. Pownal player all alone in front of the net. Puck doesn't get there. McLaughlin's down low. She gets pushed from behind. Puck gets out to the blue line. Harriman's there. Shot from the blue. A little bit of a communication breakdown there, but now McLaughlin's going to grab it. Has Kavanaugh with her. She got Harriman with her. We're down into the corner. Harriman sends flying. Back to Ev Landry. Landry to the blue line. She's going to that smartly into the corner. No lane there to front. Harriman goes to get McLaughlin. Back in. Broken up there by Harriman. Kavanaugh's there to help too. Harriman and Kavanaugh do battle. Puck gets out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin turns. Here it is. All alone. Shot. Rebound. Oh. Pownal grabs that. Fires it all the way down the ice. And that will be icing. Nice chance there for Chloe McLaughlin. Point blank. Good shot on net. Pownal goalie was up to the test on that one. The line of electric also come out here for the Fury. Cass and Atkinson on the blue line. Draw one by Padrones. Back to the D. They go D to D over to Lacasse. That was Atkinson sent it to her partner. Lacasse. The corner. Bork and Padrones are there. Stuck with it now. Button sends it up the wall. Lacasse pinches down to hold the blue line. Nice job by Lacasse. Padrones under some pressure on the wall here. Lacasse stays in. Lacasse comes out with it. Gets at the Walsh. Walsh. Oh. Had her pocket pick. Pownal player sends it all the way down the ice. That should also be icing. And it is. 5:48 left in the first period. 1-0. Face-off will come back here to the right of the Pownal goalie. Pownal's away to the races here, 2-on-1. They get the puck to the middle. Lacasse is going to grab that puck and spin behind her own net. Broken up with a forechecker for Pownal. Was Lacasse trying to get it to Walsh. Walsh on the battle on the board now. Walsh and Lacasse there. Pownal feeds it up to the blue line. Puck gets out in front to another Pownal player. Shot on net. Saved by Perreault. Rebound. Another great save by Perreault. Pownal D doing a good job of holding the zone. They're pinching down the wall almost every chance they get, making it very tough to exit the zone on the boards. Off. One there by Perreault, but back to the D. Great block by Louise Perreault. Rebound goes to Eve Landry. She swoops that up and sends it around the wall to Kate Nelson. Nelson has the puck now. Back to up towards the blue line, but not out. Still in the Fury zone. Knight's there. Nelson's there. Ferrand's there. Bourgeois is also there. Bourgeois grabs it. She's in a one-on-one now. She's got Ferrand swooping in beside her. She gets it to Ferrand. Ferrand shoots. Nice save by the Pownal goalie. So with 4:40 to go, another offensive zone face-off. Need to see if we can continue to get some good shots on, but the Fury forwards are going to have to also find a way to get those rebounds quicker and bang something home in the blue. There goes Ferrand. She's out there with McLaughlin and Nelson. It looks like Bourgeois was mildly injured on that play. Nelson's in a battle for it on the boards. McLaughlin's there to help. Puck squirts out to the middle. Pownal player come in 1-on-3. Eve Landry keeps her to the outside. Ferrand's there to support. Broken up nicely by Landry, and that gets to Kate Nelson. Here goes Nelson with the puck. Nelson 1-on-2. She goes wide. She has some space. She's around the player. She gets there. Puts it to the front of the net. Oh! 2 whacks at it. It shuts the door. Nice burst of speed there by Kate Nelson. McLaughlin, Harriman, and Kavanaugh will be here for this face-off. 4:18 to go in the first. Emily Bernard and Anna Lacasse on the point. Face-off one there by Pownal. Out of the zone with it. They go rink wide into the corner. Bernard sends it up the wall. It's intercepted. Kavanaugh and Harriman are there. Kavanaugh and Harriman still battling the way there. Down the corner. Now that's broken up by Lacasse. Lacasse gathers up that puck, spins away from the fortune. She's over an op. She goes rink wide to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh now gets it to the blue line. Now Harriman goes over and blocks that the blue line. Kavanaugh now goes wide to McLaughlin. She's got the puck. Here she comes. She's over the blue line. The battle here at the hash marks. Kavanaugh's going to go help. 3 Pownal players, 2 Fury players, and the Pownal players come out with it. They get to center ice. That's broken up there by Emily Harriman. Harriman sends that puck back into the Pownal. All 5 Fury players change. Pownal 5-0 if they can move it. Too late. Fury get 5 fresh skaters out here. Puck gets back to the Fury blue line. Here comes Pownal again. There by Sophie Knight. Pownal attempts to get to the D. Broken up there by the lines person. Work over here. That's intercepted by the Pownal D. Good follow-up by Alexis Padrones. Was back to Claire Atkinson in our zone. 2:45 to go here. Atkinson's looking for a place to put the puck. The Pownal player picked it off, but it was offside. Good call there by the young officials. Not one missed coverage assignment on a power play that cost us a goal, but otherwise it's pretty well been even Steven here. Period. Pownal with the blue line with the puck in front. Basically by knocked down. No call. Puck for the Fury. 2 Pownal players into the forecheck against her. Puck squirts up the wall to Murphy for Pownal. She shoots it. Oh, almost tipped it in the back door. Atkinson. She's in a half ball on 2. As we've aggressive to hold the zone and pinch down. Lara Walsh, she's in the corner. Pownal takes the puck. They step to the front of the net. They shoot just wide. Player back down the side. Oh, right, fine. Pownal's going Claire Atkinson, good dump from behind. 2 minutes for interference. Fury have a chance in their first power play of the day. 1:47 to go would be a good thing if we could even this game up before the end of the first. Be a good momentum changer. Ferrand is going to take the draw with Nelson and Bourgeois. Landry and Bernard on the blue line. Draw one by Ferrand. Down into the corner. Pownal comes away with it. They send it all the way around. Ev Landry is going to pinch down and keep that in. Landry sends it in the corner. Bourgeois is going to gather it up there. Here's Bourgeois for the Fury. She's got a couple of Pownal players all over her. Back to Bernard. Puts it back in the corner. She gets it out front. Just off the skates of Ferrand. Ferrand in behind the net. It up front to Bourgeois. Bourgeois with it now. Leaves it there nicely to Landry. He shoots the blue line. No rebound. Nice play there. Nice play by Bourgeois. Great shot by Ev Landry. Fury forwards got to get to the front of the net. Caused a little bit of traffic and a little bit of a screen. The goalies in this league are too good to let rush shots in from the blue line for the most part. Harriman comes in to take the face off. That's won by Pownal. Pownal behind their own net, and they're going to rim that right off the glass. Bernard tried to keep it in, took a funny bounce, and it's all the way back into the Fury zone. Landry. She's under some pressure. Pownal player steals it. Now it goes to Emily Bernard. Emily Bernard now. Bernard sends it. Madison Cavanaugh, who comes away with it. Cavanaugh chips it towards center. Out of the reach of Harriman. The Pownal players broken up there by Emily Bernard. Recovered by Harriman. Harriman sends it to McLaughlin. Here goes McLaughlin. She's going to get in the offensive zone. She gives it over to Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh with it now. Back to McLaughlin. Stolen from her down the ice. So, Fury going to recover that puck. Goes to Anna Lacasse. Lacasse. Here goes Anna Lacasse. She's looking for an outlet. Puck squirts off of her stick. She recovers. Sends it away. Picked off by Pownal. Harriman's in on the forecheck. Puck gets out of the zone. That's offside. Fury going to have to tag up. That'll do it for the first period. Fury down by one after one. Not a horrible spot for us to be in relative to the caliber of the Pownal team. So, Coach here. Hopefully, getting the girls fired up and thinking about driving the net, and banging in some rebounds, getting some shots on goal. Pretty good. I think both teams look a little sluggish this afternoon compared to some of the other games in the weekend. You know, our fourth game in, I guess our first game was yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock, so they've been here not quite 24 hours, so it's a lot of hockey in a very short period of time for the girls. Players listen intently as Coach Nelson fired up. Elise was strong in net for us in the first period. The out-of-town scoreboard next door. CFHA's winning 2-0 right now against the Mid-Isle Matrix. Mid-Isle has tied us yesterday. And I think they beat St. John's. So improvement as always over for the Fury. Pownal back blue, blocked by Lara Wall. Down 6 seconds. Pownal has the puck. They step around their own net, throw it up the wall. Even strength now. Puck's all the way down there. Hey, too many men. All right. Person catches that. 2 penalty being called against Pownal. The player on the ice. It was. If we were Pownal, we'd be about that call, but by the technical rule situation, it is too nice, and the Pownal team 40 to go in the second period. So, play expired, we get a fresh one. Walsh, Padrones, and Bork, Knight, and Laundry for the Fury. Go again. One by Pownal. They fire that puck down the ice. Ev Laundry's going to go back there to cover. Not to cover, but to grab that puck and regroup. Oh. Ev Bork down from behind for no reason. Away from the ball. Hurts away from her. Padrones comes up the sidewall. That's there goes Sophie Knight with it. Knight. She steps up there. She slides it over to Lara Walsh. Under a bit of pressure. Pownal will grab the get it back out to center. Knight now. She sends it to Padrones. A little too hard for her. Back up the wall. Here comes Knight again. Knight with it. Knight's over the blue line. Got a little time and space. Here goes Sophie Knight. Drops that puck back to Walsh. Nice play there by Knight. Walsh now. Walsh sends it towards the front of the net. Ev Bork's in a battle in front. Can't put a stick on that one. Pownal player sends it to the blue line. That's held in by Laundry. Back towards the net. Just wide. Puck down in the corner here. Walsh is on the forecheck. Pownal player grabs that and sends it all the way down the ice. Anna Lacasse is going to go back for that one. Lacasse now. 52 seconds to go in our power play. Lacasse tries to feed that through to Nelson and Bourgeois, who are both couldn't quite get there. Knight's back there for it again. Knight under some pressure. She holds the wall there. There's a battle. Bourgeois and Knight are there. Bourgeois is going to come away with it, I think. No, Pownal player steals that puck. Shot on net. Steered easily. Lacasse on it now. Pownal forechecker in hard. Here we go. Alexa Ferrand has it. She's got Bork. Oh! She had Bourgeois wide open, broken up by the Pownal player. Bourgeois. Nelson's wide. She's got a bit of space. She doubles back. Nice play by Nelson. Out in front of broken up by the Pownal D. Puck goes up the boards now. Bourgeois with it. Bourgeois. She's in the corner. She has it. She's behind it. She's going to wind the top here. Here we go. Shoot. Corner. Bourgeois with it now. Bourgeois. She cuts back towards the middle. Play over now. Pownal sends that back to the ice. Pownal able to kill back-to-back power plays here. Lacasse back to the puck. She's under some pressure for the Pownal player. Sends it up the wall. Right into the Pownal D, but squirts to the net. Lacasse now. Lacasse works it to the boards. Lacasse going to fire that out of our zone. Out of the reach of Bourgeois. Harriman's there in the back check now. Shot in front, blocked by Bernard. Bernard's going to get there. Bernard's there for the puck. She's waiting for a little help. Harriman. Bourgeois there. Harriman and Bourgeois do battle. They're trying to get to that puck. Bourgeois hooked up from. That's quite a stick battle there between Bourgeois and the player from Pownal. Pownal player wraps around, rebound. Bourgeois is going to sit for two. Pownal's going to go back to the power play. That was by the referee. So with 11:41 to go in the second period, Fury are going to have to kill another. Lara Walsh is out there with Chloe McLaughlin. Walsh from the face-off. Walsh ties up the center. They're back to the blue line with it out. Now Walsh gets out high. Falls. The blue line shoots. Nice save by Perreault. Rebounds in the battle. She's got some help from Walsh. Pownal works it up the blue line again. Pownal, they're going to go D to D. Pownal players all kinds of time and space. Shoots. Saved by Perreault. Rebound. Covered up also by Perreault. Referee offering a little bit of guidance. Balls, I don't think. The face will come to the right side of Perreault. And 37 left in this Pownal play. Face off. Walsh ties up her center. Puck hits the front of the net. So, Pownal scored twice. Times we've left them all alone. Louis do within a stick length on either. And Pownal, no mistake. So both on the power play. So I guess we're seeing here that we need to stay out of the box against Pownal. Even both calls against were questionable at that. But Walsh and Bork, you know, by Padronas, Walsh gathers it up. She steps into the blue line. She's got some time. She cuts to the net. She's going to send that out front right now. Ed Bork. Oh, great shot by Bork. Great save by the goalie. Rebound. Pownal skates away. 3 on. Pownal player. Great back check. Stops that odd person rush. Balloon shoots. That's broken up in the front by Landry. It goes to Walsh. Back to Landry. She tries to go wide. Broken up by Bork. Player shoot it down into the corner. Behind the Fury net. Bernard's back there. Sends it up the wall to Walsh. Walsh springs Alexis Padronas. She's in the D. 2-on-1. Padronas and Bork. Here's Padronas. She shoots off the short side. Nice save there by the goalie. Bork on the rebound. She feeds that rebound to Lacasse. Sorry. Laundry shot. Nice. Goalie. Laundry now Walsh. She sends up the wall towards Bernard. Intercepted by the Pownal player, but Bernard recovers. Gets it to the front of the net. Puck's back out to center ice now. Bernard deep. All 5. Fresh legs over the boards. 5 fresh troops here for the Fury. Pownal breaks it out. They come the other way. 3-on-2. They get wide. They're wide on Axon. Sends that through the crease. In no danger. She sends it towards the middle. That's intercepted by Pownal. Pownal player chips it into the Fury zone. That's Atkinson going back for it now. 9:29 to go. Second period. Puck gets to Anna Lacasse. Lacasse. She spins away from pressure. She goes off all to her. Bourgeois is there now. Bourgeois is going the other way. 2-on-1 again. Puck hits in front of the net. Broken up there by Ferrand. Fury attempt to break out. Send it towards the middle. Oh, wow. What a save by Eloise Perreault on a direction. Pownal player works it to the front of the net. That's stolen by Bourgeois. Here goes Bourgeois. Gone for a skate. Bourgeois now. She is hauled down. No call. Ferrand recovers. Ferrand. She's in the corner. She's under pressure from the player. 2-on-1. Of the net. Nobody home there. Kavanaugh was just coming over the boards. Back to Knight now. Knight sends it down low right to Bourgeois. Bourgeois is fighting for it. Can't quite get a stick on it. Pownal comes away with it now. Here comes Pownal out of the zone. They attempt to fire that into the middle and do. Laundry's going to break that up. Laundry goes to Knight. Knight sends it up to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh chips it towards Harriman, just out of her reach, and Pownal comes back the other way. Harriman down the steps that up. Sophie Knight's going to go get Pownal. Knight the wall. Pownal player holds it in. Now it's out. Pownal has to tag up to get onside. They step in. They're in the high slot. By Landry, but it gets back to the Pownal player. Knight spins it away. She gets it to Kavanaugh. Fury going to break it out. Tries to find Harriman center. Intercepted Pownal. They come the other way. 3-on-2. They're down low. Great shot by them. Just wide. Kavanaugh up high. Puck's down low now. Harriman's there against McCallum from Pownal. Battle in front. Puck comes to the Pownal player. Point blank shot. 2 nice saves by Ellergo. Puck's the blue line. Puck is there. Player shoots from long range. Now gets the other D. Harriman. Knight now. Knight. Sends it up the wall. Pownal's there. They hold the line. Back down. Person rush out in front. She feeds across crease. Laundry ties up her stick. Now McLaughlin with it. McLaughlin. Pownal comes the other way. 3 for $1 here. Pownal. Shot high. Wrap. Rebound passed in front. And again. Leave alone. They will score a lot of goals against you. We've done it 9 times. And we've 3 goals. 6-7 period. Certainly not a 3-0 game relative to pace of play or back and forth, but the gaps in front of our own net are killing us at the moment. Padrona's lined back out. Draw one by Padrona's, but picked off by Pownal, right winger player. She has the puck, works it back to the D. They send it deep into the zone. Bernard's back there for it. Emily Bernard now. It's under some pressure. Padrona's there to help. Everyone falls down. Wall sends her player flying. Yeah. Now we got a penalty coming up against. We didn't like that, so 11 white for Pownal. He's going to sit for 2 or less. Great chance in this one. Pownal player doesn't agree with the call. There's a bit of a in the corner, and it's the Pownal team going to the sin bin. Face-off will be here to the left. Pownal. Padrona's in. One by Pownal down to their. They go behind their own net. On the boards. Knight's going to hold that at the line. Knight sends that down the wall to the middle of the Padrona's. One-timer. Ooh. Went towards that. Nice back. To hold. Now Atkinson. That's tipped. Saved by the Pownal goalie. With it now. Walsh sends it up the wall to Knight. Knight aims, shoots. Hit a skate in front, kicks down the corner. Padronas comes up with it. Padronas has Walsh in front. She feeds it to her. Almost there. Knight's going to get the rebound high in the zone. She shoots it down. Save the Pownal. Held in again by Knight. Knight now with Walsh. 3-on-2 down low. Here we go. Just like we practiced it. Oh, backdoor feed to Padronas. She couldn't quite finish. Nice play by Walsh. Here we go. Padronas has the puck again. She sends it to the front of the net to Walsh. Bounces off the goalie and over her stick. Pownal player grabs. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go here in the power play for the Fury. Pownal player grabs the puck behind our net, tries to freeze it to the boards and does. There we go. Atkinson goes in. She gets the puck there. Pownal player doing a good job of killing the clock. 42 seconds to go in this power play. Elise Bourgeois, the head of steam. She comes through center. There goes Bourgeois. Bourgeois is all around everyone else and shoots. Save. Rebound. Bourgeois tries to send that. Steps out from the front of the net. She now sends it to Ferrand. Ferrand sends it to Nelson. Poked away from her. Puck comes up the ice, held in by Landry. Landry goes to Ferrand. Ferrand shoots. Ooh, blocked in front. Bourgeois with the rebound. Bourgeois has got 2 players with her. Steps out. Nice move. Nice save. Bernard's going to hold that in. Bernard shoots towards the front of the net. Rebound is there. Just bounces away from Alexa Ferrand. Pownal sends that. Nice power play is over. That puck lands right on the doorstep of our net. Sends Emily at the wall. Here goes Ferrand. Ferrand almost gets there. Pownal keeps the puck. Pownal shoots that over the back of the net. Here comes Eve Landry with a head of steam. Here goes Landry. She sends it ahead to McLaughlin. Bounce on her stick. Puck is the ice. Comes Nelson. McLaughlin, Harriman, and Landry are there. Now McLaughlin with it. Harriman's in front. They send it. Puck bounces off 2 sticks and doesn't get to her. Puck is there now. Bernard with it. Bernard sends it back into the zone. Kavanaugh gives chase. Back up the wall. There goes Pownal. She goes rink wide. Pownal into the offensive zone. They break left. Shoot. Nice save there by Eloise Perreault. You're going to look life here. Play certainly didn't hurt. 3:37 to go. We had some good shots, couple of chances. It's been kind of the story of our weekend to a certain degree. Face off there. Won by Harriman, picked up by McLaughlin. McLaughlin's out of the zone with it. Over center ice. McLaughlin sends it rink wide towards Kavanaugh. Just offside. Good stick there by the D from Pownal. So the face-off will come just outside the Pownal zone. Emily Harriman in there to take the draw for the Fury. She brings that ball to the wall. Madison was there. Squirt center. Stay center. Atkinson leans on her player, grabs the puck. She's looking for an outlet here. She's all the way back behind her own net. Steps around Pownal forecheck. Chips up the wall. Buckman who chips it. Harriman's in a foot right with Cap. See if the Pownal defense player gets there first. Pownal player spins. McLaughlin now. That puck and shoots down behind the net. Harriman's there. Check. She Pownal player kicking on. Puck gets. Pownal recovers it. They're out through the middle of center. There. Larry Walsh is away with it now. Here goes Walsh. Walsh, one-on-one. Beats the player. Nice move by Larry Walsh. Shot. Nice save by the goalie. Steered into the corner. Padrona's with it now. Padrona's with the steal. She steps into the side. She's got Walsh in front. Sends it to her. Nice pass in front. Nice shot. Nice save. Starting to get a few more chances. Lots of stuff. Off the corner, up the wall. Ball sends it way down the ice. That's so good news. We're back in the Pownal zone for another. Matthew, this should be icing. After obviously seeing things the same way as the officials most days, I had to adjust the language. Face-off won by Pownal. They get it out to center. That's broken up by Sophie Knight. Alexis Corona runs over her player at center. But comes out the puck regardless. Knight now puck. Held by Pownal. Now it's going to get out, I think. Pownal steals it again here in neutral zone. Now Larry Walsh takes it back. 3 Pownal players in here against Walsh and Padronas. Comes away. They get on 2. There it's Knight. That player outside. Player for Pownal spins away from the forechecker. Back check pressure. Puck squirts to the front. Recovered by Pownal. Pownal high slot. Shot long distance. Just wide of the net. Now, nice job there by Knight. Knight reached in, stole that puck, and gets it to Walsh. Walsh hits work on the far side. Walsh is robbed off the puck by the Pownal D. Alain. Alain steps behind her own net. She's coming with a head of steam. She's all the way to center ice. Lots of steam. She has gone really wide. End to end here. Shot. Rebound. Rebound fired in front by Anna Lacasse. Save there by Louise. Puck is down here in the corner. That's Lacasse. Pownal comes out with it. They feed it in front. Nelson recovers. She sends that to Ferrand. Ferrand. She can fly. Here she goes. Alexa Ferrand. She's got a step on her player. Has an angle. Shoots. Nice save. 3 whacks at it. It's on the back of the net. Now it's off the back of the net. Pownal grabs it, rims that around the wall. Ev Landry, Anna Lacasse should be able to hold that in and does. Lacasse sends it all the way down into the corner. Nelson's there to give chase. Pownal player fires it out. Shin pass. Saved by the Pownal goalie, and they're going to ice it. 14 seconds to go here. Period. Face off with back in the zone. Starting to see the 4 games in 24 hours. A little bit in the legs here. Face off, won by Harriman, picked up by Kavanaugh. Shot scores! What a shot by Madison Kavanaugh. Goalie went down, Kavanaugh went up. 3-1 here, 7.9 seconds to go. Maybe that's just the spark that our Fury need here for the 3rd period. Kavanaugh, who gets all her athletic skill from her mom, looked great on that goal. Proud dad, Paul Kavanaugh, behind the bench, trying to hold the smile back, but that was a heck of a goal. There we go. Off at center, seconds to go. But McLaughlin She goes to the wall. That should do it. 2 seconds to go here. 2, 1, and it will. Cap from and McLaughlin at 14:50 to go. Pownal's had the lion's share of the chances. Louise Perot's been great in the nets. Girls are working pretty hard. Just hopefully they can find some energy for 15 more big minutes. Tell the girls 15 more miles to finish strong here. DJ, old school hip hop songs here, trying to get the girls fired up. It'll continue here to start the third period. Goal scorer Kavanaugh with McLaughlin and Harriman on the blue line. Atkinson and like Sophie. That is Sophie now. The scoreboard, your Bathurst at the moment, 1-0 against the Northern Moose. Player, little here it says. Gonna drop. McLaughlin and Kehoe give each other a bit of the business here before the puck drops. Puck comes to Harriman. Goes to Knight. Knight sends that up the wall, just out of the reach of Kavanaugh. Pownal player looking for an outlet. That's broken up by Kavanaugh. Harriman's there on the ball. Puck stays. Kavanaugh pokes it through. Gets it just out of the reach of Harriman. Now McLaughlin. McLaughlin's gone. She sends it over to Kavanaugh, or to Harriman. Nice play by McLaughlin. Back to McLaughlin. Puck squirts here. Now Maddie in the corner. Maddie sends it to the front of the net. Lee Harriman was looking for a pass. Nice job by Chloe on the back check. They're going to go the other way. Deep. 14:21 here to go. Third period. Pownal player sends it all the way to center ice. Intercepted by McLaughlin. Sends it into the zone. They're going to go for a change. They go right side. Pownal player Andre picks that up and sends Ev Bork up the other way. Padronas follows up. Puck hits a mirror. Here Kehoe again. Shot on net. Nice by Perot is going to cut that up. So great way to finish that second period. Yeah, we just got to get the next one. It'll be a big goal for us if we can get this to 3-2. Face off by Padronas. Laundry behind. She sends that up the wall. Alexis Padronas, she sends just behind Ev Bork. It's back into her zone. Laundry's going to go rink wide for Walsh. Walsh has Padronas in the middle. Going to give it to her. Just chips it there. Padronas all the way into the corner. Walsh there in the forecheck with Bork. Bork grabs that puck behind the net. Bork and Walsh are there. Walsh is the same. She picks it up. Puck comes up the wall. Emily Bernard's there. She holds the line, and then it squirts through. Padrona's there in the back. She stops that up. Padrona's now. Gets Walsh. Back to Padrona's again. This time, Padrona sends it down the ice. They rule that's not icing as it went off a stick. Bork in on the forecheck. Bork's into the forecheck. Walsh is there in support. Pownal grabs that puck. They attempt to go rink wide, open up Atkinson, and that's offside as she gets into the offensive zone. Face-off will be in the offside dot, just outside the Pownal zone. Alexa there, draw one by Bourgeois. Sets the wall to herself, gets there. Puck skates, game player. Now Lacasse holds that zone, sends it deep. Pownal player sends it up the wall, held in by Lacasse. Bourgeois comes away with it. Bourgeois got Bourgeois now. She's going to circle. She spins back the other way. Sends it in front towards Ferrand. No room there for her up to the blue line. Atkinson sends it back down the corner. That goes right to Bourgeois. Bourgeois steps to the front of that. Nice goal, but at least Bourgeois. She walked the goal line, cut out in front, powered that puck in, 5-hole, 3-2. 12 minutes and 13 seconds to go here. It was great to see. Goal scoring coming from all our different lines, and great to see no quit in our Fury so far. The Harriman line will come back out here now with Laundry and blue line. Here we go. Puck dropped, won by Harriman. Back to Knight. Knight up the wall to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, she's under some pressure. She gets knocked down. Puck is there. Pownal player attempts to get away with it. Does not. Madison Kavanaugh steals it. She's away with Harriman. Nice stick by the Pownal D. Pokes that away from Kavanaugh. She gets it back. Puck's behind the net. Pownal player sends it up the wall. Keogh now. She's going to break out the left side. McLaughlin's there. Size tonight. Knight sends that up to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh now. She's inside the Fury. Knight's back for it. Nice job by Knight. Sends it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's going to send it to Harriman. Behind her comes Laundry. She loses. Fury. I'll take it. You take it. No, you take it. I got it. Ball steals it. And here they go the other way. McLaughlin now grabs it. She'll take the puck. Smart into the Pownal zone. They go D to D. Lara Walsh. Pownal goes from center to left wing. Trainer from Pownal. She gains the zone. She goes wide. It's broken up there by Padrones. Puck's in front of the net. Bernard clears that away from harm's way. Padrones down the corner. She's got it. She sends it out to Walsh. Walsh has that lifted off her stick. They stay in the zone. Pownal with the puck now. Pownal. They send it all the way behind the net. They still have it. Pownal now. They're looking for options. Fury standing here content to keep them on the outside. Padrones, she's in a battle. She sends it up the wall. Nobody the Pownal D. Bernard now helps out. We're going to get 2 for body checking, which I don't. No, that's not. Not all on Bernard. 2 minutes for on 11. Questionable call. So Pownal, I think, is 2 for 3 on the power play. And they're going to get another at it here. 25 to go. Sarah Walsh on the face on the right side. Atkinson and Lacasse. Nelson asking the referee if she's ready for Christmas. She tells Nelson that he's on the naughty list and won't be getting any presents this year from the Referees Association. Puck's down. Bernard's there. She forces it back up the wall for Pownal. Pownal D. Nowhere to go. Broken up in front by Anna Lacasse. Nice job by Lacasse. Ev Bork is there for the puck to the blue line. Shot instead of someone alone. The girls are going to cover. That's good. Here goes Lara to the blue line. Shot gloved easily by Eloise Perreault. Here we're going to get some fresh troops here. .9:54 to go. Minute and 29 left in the Pownal power play. Face off to the left of Bourgeois. Perreault, excuse me. Kate Nelson's draw one by Pownal. They walk the circle, shoot. Sharp angle shot. Perreault had to be sharp on that one. Covers it up, no trouble. Nelson giving the ref his best 6-7 impersonation again from the bench. She continues to let him know that he is on the naughty list with the Officials Association and will not be getting 6 or 7 requests. Pownal just wide of the net. Nice job there. Puck's intercepted. Nelson. Bourgeois on a foot race for it. She's going to get there. She won the race, but had her pocket picked by the back-checking Pownal forward, who comes back the other way. 4-on-3 into the zone. 1:02 left in this power play for Pownal. They work at the center of the ice. High and wide. Nelson's about below. Sends it to the front of the net. That's blocked out there by Evelyn. Nice job by Landry. Landry recovers it again. Pownal player attempts the wraparound. Stuffed in front by Atkinson. Nelson sends it down the ice. Nice play there. Bourgeois into the forecheck. Bourgeois now. She forces that Pownal player all the way to the corner. Now down takes the puck. Here's Bourgeois. Bourgeois. And steps the front. Has her pocket picked by Pownal. They work it up the wall. 20 seconds to go. Only kill for the Fury. Pownal works it rink wide. Now they're going to gain the zone. 3-on-3. Nice job by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh and Frown here on the kill. Pownal player continues to have the puck. 8 seconds to go in this. Pownal player works it all around the outside. Sends it back towards the blue line. And all the way for a D-man who was waiting for that pass. So even strength. 8:22 to go here. Kavanaugh's into the forecheck. She tackles her player. She comes out with the puck. She sends it towards the highlight there for Kavanaugh. Pownal sends it all the way down the ice. Won't be enough to get for icing. Bernard shoots it back up the board. Tough by the Pownal checker. Pownal gains behind our net. Attempt to force it inside. Here comes Lara Walsh over the boards as well. McLaughlin, Ferran, and Walsh out here. Fury get things back after coming off that penalty. Here comes Bernard. Gains the line. She chips it down in the corner. Here comes Alexis Padrones. McLaughlin now. McLaughlin's there. She sends it to the front of the net. Puck up to the left trainer. He looks for Pownal. Pownal player stumbles over the red line. Skates to the wall 4 feet. Walsh knocked off the puck towards McLaughlin. Ooh. Lacasse sends the Pownal player flying. No call. Lara Walsh. She's under some pressure. Pownal player picks her pocket, steps to the front of the net. Has a whack at it. Broke front pass. Up the half wall and then down low again. Cass retrieve that. She grabs the puck. She's on the goal line. They step out, shoot, saved by Perreault. Puck is loose in front. And Emily lets it go. No game on that. 47 to go here. Credit Union Place, Summerside PEI. They've been great hosts this weekend. They're obviously those are great. Hotel too. Had a really good meal last night at a local place called Brothers 2. Always nice to see local restaurants doing a great job. They sure did left with full smile and face. Seem to have a bit of a conference going on here at the window. Face-off will be here to the left of Perreault. Back to even strength, 5-on-5. 6 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Padrones is that face, but she goes the player who steps and shoots. Is a race to the wall. Padrones is there. She gives her player a shove on the boards. That's just a bad call. So, Fury going to go back to the penalty kill. Alexis Padrones is going to sit for 2 hours. Alexis leaned on her player who fell. Coach Nelson asking for another meeting. I believe the Fury have had 2 power plays today, and I want to say that this is the 5th power play for the Pownal Red Devils. There is a conference happening over here. Coach Nelson explaining nicer next year if you will put me on the nice list, take me off the naughty list. Referee saying not going to. Conference here inside the. I think these young ladies have done a pretty good job overall. Unfortunate for us that we've been on the short end of a few power goals against us today, but that is key. Not sure what the holdup is now. He's reminding the home ice and that they should get the benefit of any extra 50-50 calls. Official over there reminding the coach that this is not the way it works anymore. That might have been the way when you grew up, but nowadays we call it fair. Seems okay with whatever that was. The face-off will stay down here in the corner. Puck gets out to the puck. They step in front of that. Nice save by Eloise Perreault on a bullet of a shot. Pownal retrieves that puck. They're behind their net. It's up high. Pownal shoots. Scores. Seeing ice shot through traffic. So, take penalties and pay the price against Pownal. It's been the story of today's game. That's their third power play goal against the Fury. So we're online out here now. Hopefully we can get one back quick. Maybe pull out another miracle here with 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Face off by Ferrand, gets it. Knight gets it up to Nelson. Nelson under some pressure. She spins away. She gets that puck to Ferrand. Ferrand steps in the middle. That's poked off of her stick. Sends it down the corner. Bourgeois behind the net with it. She's got Ferrand in front. Wide open. She steps, shoots. Blocked in front by the Pownal player. Puck is there. Bourgeois with it now. Poked away from her. Pownal player is going to come out 3 wide. They work the puck wide over center ice. Now, 3-on-1 here. Pownal sends it to the front of the net. Gathered up in front. Shot. The backside winger. Bourgeois down there. She retrieves the puck. She sends it behind the net. Picked off by the Pownal forward. Pownal forward sends it up to the blue line. Blocked there by Alexa Ferrand. Shot from the blue line. So, face. Pownal grabs it, shoots, blocked in front. Rebound is there. There goes Elise Bourgeois. Bourgeois, she works it wide, loses the handle, away from her. Pownal's going to go the other way, 2-on-1. Comes the red. The way around, they shoot. Nice save, Perreault behind the net. Kate Nelson getting it. Fury looked to be shorthanded again. Yes, the Fury are going to be shorthanded again. Emily Harriman's going to take the face-off here for the Fury. Puck is there at the draw, pulled away by Bernard. They work it up the wall. Atkinson sends that to the blue line, but not out. Harriman's up top, broken up there by Bernard in front. Out to the high. Harriman pulls it apart. Now they're in a battle. Harriman knocks her player to the ice. Puck shot from the blue line. Blocked by Atkinson. Puck's all the way down into the Pownal zone here. 4:19 to go in the game. Puck held in nicely by Bernard at the blue line. She sends it down low towards Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh shoots off the side of the net. Kavanaugh in front again. That goes offside of the net. Pownal sends it to the wall. Bernard there. Holds up her player. They chip it across behind her, but puck works its way back to the Pownal blue line. They recover at center ice. Pownal player attempting to gain the zone. That looked like it was offside, but I guess not. 1:04 to go here in the power play for the Red Devils. Atkinson sends it all the way around. Puck there by Harriman. Shot off the wall. Pownal works it. They step out. Player steps out. Eloise Perreault shuts the door. Up there. That was a big cap there with Walsh. 40 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Paul works high zone. Send it to here come 2-2. Night stumble. Player works it. He trips on Ev Landry's stick, and we're going to be shorthanded again. 5-on-3 now. So I take it back. Everything I said about the PEI officials not making us be down by a goal and get off the bridge is false. So we continue to be 5-on-3. .23 seconds left in the first penalty to Lacasse, and 2 minutes to the penalty here for Ev Landry. Madison Cavanaugh is going to take the face off. She wins it. Covers though. They're at the blue line, then back down low. Cavanaugh in the next play by Knight. Cavanaugh shovels that puck to the far blue line. Over their own blue line, 5-on-3 for 4 more seconds. They shoot the puck all the way down there first. Atkinson grabs it. She sends it all the way back down the ice. Lacasse now. Lacasse might have a chance here. There. Lacasse out of the penalty. Comes out back. A poke. Alexis Padrones is down there. Here comes Keogh. Keogh sends it rink wide for Pownal. 1:17 to go in the power play. Number 5 for Pownal works it high and wide. Shot in front. Tipped. Broken up nicely in front of Lacasse. She's going to come the other way now. She gets to center and smartly chips it all the way down the ice. Pownal recovers behind their own net. 2 minutes left in the game. 58 seconds left in the penalty kill. Pownal works it to the blue line. Nice job by Knight, keeping her outside. Pownal on the net. Battle one in front by Alexis Padrones, who sends it down the ice. Padrones does that. She goes to change. That's about now. Walsh. Pownal the way out of the zone. The left hand is into our zone. Emily Bernard's going to get there before anyone else can. She spins away from the force. The wall towards Ev Bork. Bork has a stick slash out of her hand. And Pownal's going to get a power penalty with 1:27 to go. Two minutes for interference. That should bring the face-off outside, at least to the neutral zone. Maybe all the way down. Looks like it should be all the way down. Off will be to the right of the Pownal goalie. 1:20 seconds to go. We're going to play 4-on-4. Lara Walsh comes up with it. She shoots the Pownal goalie through the fire. He reaches the defender, keeps the puck out. Left. Need a couple of quick ones here if we're going to win this hockey game. Pownal wins the face-off. They attempt to clear it. Do not. Now they do. Here comes the Pownal player one-on-one. She's got a lot of head of it shoots. Nice save by Perreault. 1 to go here. Well, Ferrand and Bourgeois are going to come out here forwards. Face off to the left, Eloise. Shot just off the side. Fury recover that puck in the corner. Fury now in the power play. Pownal with it. Ferrand try and break that. A minute and 30 seconds on the power play in the game, so we'll be on the power play for the rest of the contest unless we can score. Broken up by the Pownal D. Cast, nice job, holds the puck into the zone, gets to the Bourgeois. Bourgeois sends it over to Ferrand, just out of her reach. Shot from a flat angle by under Ferrand. Shot, rebound, shot. Oh! Prairie have pulled their goalie here. 2 seconds to go. Will be 6-4. Space will be to the left of the Pownal goalie. So the front line here with Alexis Pedrones as the 6th attacker. Atkinson down low to Nelson. Nelson gets it towards the front of the net. Sends it there again. Here's Pedrones with it. Shot. Rebound. Ferrand bangs at it. Loose puck. Ref blows the whistle in. To go. Oh, we need one in a hurry here. Ferrand the face-off to the left of the Pownal net. She wins that face-off, gets to the front of the net. Pownal clears it all the way down the ice. That should be icing. No, they're saying last touch. So 15 seconds left in the game here. They work it up the wall to Pedro. There we go. Pownal's going to kill the clock. We get the puck at center ice, but 4 to go. And that'll do it. Pownal Red Devil with a 4 win here in our last game of the Puck Jamboree. Overall, Pownal 3 power play goals. Our next broadcast will be January 2nd, I believe. The Cube List tournament being held in West Kent. For the girls, we don't play after today until January 2nd. On behalf of Matthew Perreault and Jonathan Walsh, I want to wish you guys all a happy holidays and thank you for tuning in to listen to our girls and showing so much of them. It's always for the girls to hear that family, friends, listening far. Thanks for joining in to support our girls. We all appreciate it. Maddie, good game today and nice goal. Macy Keogh, player of the game for Pownal. So that'll do it. Thanks to everyone for listening. Look forward to broadcasting